Me just one thing. The Huskers are back in action, and this afternoon we are at John Cook Arena for the 2025 Red-White Scrimmage as you get your first look at the #1 team in the preseason. And hello again, everyone, along with Kathy Wieskamp. I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you with us here at John Cook Arena inside the Bob Devaney Sports Center as we will kick off the 2025 season. And Kathy, it's a new era.
It's a new era. It's the DBK era. But again, she knows the tradition and the foundation this is built on, and she's just going to build on that herself. She's smiling all the time right now. She sees the talent she has in this gym and also the competitive drive to win. She's got an incredible opportunity to help them reach their potential as a team and win that ultimate goal of a national championship.
Lots of new players, one of those from overseas, Virginia Adriano.
Adriano comes from Italy, so she's played in their top pro leagues there, but she's coming here to Nebraska and has been in this gym adjusting to both Nebraska and the level of play, the system they play, the fast tempo. His teams and coaches are really helping her, and they're seeing some really positive strides from her.
And one player who's really stepped up her game in the fall, Rebecca Alec.
Rebecca Alec is such a passionate player. She's a senior, and so that means a lot to her that this is her last season. She has been working hard in the spring, this summer. She knows she's going to give everything she has to this program before she leaves it.
Excited to be here at John Cook Arena and give you your first look at the 2025 Nebraska Cornhuskers, the #1 ranked team in the preseason. Come on back. She was the coach at Louisville, led them to two national championship games, 3 NCAA Final Fours, and she becomes the 4th head coach in Nebraska history. Lineups will rotate throughout this red-white game. They'll go back and forth and mix it up. Games 1 through 4, we'll see different lineups. We will also see on one side of the net a 6-2 being run with an illegal substitution of the setter always in the game. So they'll sub out when they get into that rotation 4, or when they get into rotation 2, and they'll come back in rotation 4. So it'll look a little different, but it's a scrimmage, right? They want to get a lot of reps with the outside hitters, which makes sense on one side to run a 6-2, and on the other side, they'll be running the 5-1.
We'll help you kind of stay organized with that, but setter on the one side will always have a setter coming from the back row. So
you'll help us stay organized?
Yes,
is what
I
saying?
will.
Okay, appreciate it. Danny will always be on the 5-1 side. Jalen Reyes, the assistant coach, will always be on the team that has or is running the 6-2. Which might lead you to believe they're pretty dialed into the 5-1 come this fall. Assistant roles have changed a bit as well.
Right.
Kelly Hunter Natter, she was married in the offseason. Kelly Natter, former setters coach, is now coaching the DSs as Danny Busman Kelly takes over the setter role, coaching all of the setters. Brendan Hagar is the new assistant, his first year after a couple of years as a GA. He will coach the middles. Taylor Landfair with the first serve. Tip to Skylar Pierce on the right side. Swing there. But Ryan Hunter was not down. The tip.
Kept alive.
Trying to get back in system. Swing in the middle and the kill by Cogill. That is the freshman, Kenna Cogill.
You're going to have a hard time determining who is a freshman and who's not because these freshmen come in, playing at such a high level. It's really allowed the gym to be practices be such a competitive every day in practice. They've fit in very seamlessly.
Tried to keep it alive and get it over, and they did.
Sigler, great play out of the net there.
And there is Harper Murray off the block, and Murray with the kill. Harper will move into one of the leadership roles this year. That entire junior class really stepping up and taking a leadership role along with Rebecca Alec.
With Beeson and Rodriguez leaving, who were captains for the past 2 years, that's the next phase, is this next era of kids coming and stepping in, and they had some great mentors in those two.
Terea Sigler with the kill. Sigler, as we said, #1 recruit according to PrepDig.com.
two-time Gatorade Player of the Year in Arizona, and she is definitely a intense and game-type player.
There's a termination from the right side. That's good to see. As Virginia Adriano from Turin, Italy.
She splits the block, gets it right in between there. One of the things that's been an adjustment for her is the tempo and making those connections. When they get that timing down, she can be really very effective on that right side. And she's 6'5".
Tip in the middle, Rebecca Alec.
Alec last year made a huge jump in her offensive production and the work that she's doing up there, being available and viable as an offensive threat. And she's continued to, again, push herself in that area in the offseason.
Campbell Flynn setting the red side, and she is now back to serve. Another very talented freshman class for Nebraska. Bump set, rolled, and flying in comes Choboy to keep it alive. Adriano roll shot over. A little wide on the swing. And Alec with the hitting error.
You know, this crowd is a little quiet. I don't think they know who to cheer for. I mean, they're great plays, and, well, that's one of us. They'll adjust.
Choboy with the bump set. Terea Sigler out of system with the kill.
She's just an aggressive, strong, powerful attacker. And what I really like, that was out of system. She positioned herself so that she could really still drive hard after that ball, and she comes at it.
Sigler wearing that number 11, worn by Layla Blackwell last year. This is Blackwell next week in the alumni game as Nebraska takes on the alums. Adriano with another swing. Left-handed tip by Campbell Flynn, not down, sit back over. And it looks like maybe a net violation. No, two hits.
Two hit as it went over.
Yep.
Remember, that's the change a year ago.
Two hits are fine unless you send it over the net.
Right.
I'm sure I've heard Devaney this quiet before.
I know. I really do think they just don't know who to cheer for. And
a little eerie.
And we've seen some really long rallies, too. I mean, both sides are, I mean, this is what their practices have been. They've been going at each other maybe a little bit more than they have in the past under Coach John Cook. Danny says, I like 6-on-6, and we've got a roster of 17, so we can also put our teams in 6 against some of our additional practice players and grad assistants and so forth. So we're really competing a lot.
Everything is a competition, is what Troy Dannon said the other day. When you're in Danny's practice, doesn't matter what it is. And Danny really likes the attitude of the players. I mean, they have come, even in the morning practices, she said, typically it's kind of the, not as intense, a little walkthrough. She said, not with this team. They get here in that morning practice and the afternoon, they are ready to go and intense, almost like they're on a mission.
Well, and the other thing that, again, you see, there's a lot of energy. I mean, whether it's excitement, there's a lot of smiles on their face. There's a lot of talking. Wow. That speaks for itself as we talk about talking. Rebecca Alec with a big swing there. Takes it off the edge of the block.
She had her best year last year, hit .357 on the season. She's now 6th in school history in career blocks as she continues to climb that list. It was a career best as a junior, .357.
Great up there by Rebecca Alec as they're keeping her in the back row here. Oh.
How about that? Andy Jackson
actually got stopped. Oh. She got stopped there
was that
by Obeche.
Obeche.
Yeah, she didn't quit. I love that. Obeche just kept going, and she's very strong, upper body physical.
Oh, but she's serving, so she must have been a kill.
Oh, it must have been.
Unless they're playing different rules that were
a new rule.
There's Allie Check. Allie Check, the left-handed swing. She's the transfer from Baylor. Danny Busman calls her a banger.
Yeah.
She has not seen her tip in camp yet.
And there's a lot of heat on the ball as well. She gets up really well, but I think the thing that she does too, she's got shots. She sees the block and sees it so well and is able to hit around it.
Great pass by Leimbach. And on the slide, kill by the freshman, Kenna Cogill. Cogill joined the team late in June after graduating from high school. Again, originally committed to Oregon. Both Cogill and Obeche, very advanced blockers, according to Danny Busby-Kelly for their age. Overpass, and Skylar Pierce puts it away.
Feed that up to Pierce. She was an MVP. She redshirted, so she's coming off a redshirt season here and has a lot of training, but came off, again, an outstanding high school career. Played in the Under Armour game, was the MVP, so we're just getting a chance to see a little bit out of her. She's been waiting for the opportunity.
Just into the antenna. Set the connection with Landfair, not there. Timeout on the floor. 10-6 is the score. We're going to step away. The players, I know that Sophia and Camille, the Putney granddaughters, they were both here getting autographs in their Riley and Choboy uniforms this morning. Good to see. They have about similar attitudes to those two.
And it's just fun, the opportunity just to get to see these gals, and it just keeps that young tradition alive and kids excited. An opportunity they don't get very often.
I think this is what Danny Busby-Kelly was talking about in the experience of Virginia Adriano. She makes plays now and then where you can tell she has played at a very high professional level, and that was a great example. Just tips it inside the block where the bro can't get to it.
Yeah, well, and also, again, it wasn't a great ball for her.
Right.
So she took it and did something positive with it, and you've got to do that. You can't just go swing at it, and again, that's, again, shows her experience.
Maisie Bosinger with the serve. Outside.
Wow.
That was pounded. Wow. Adriano with a kill. And that's that fast arm swing you were talking about.
Yes, I got a chance to watch them practice, and again, I said she's got a fast arm swing. If she can get that connection, that ball up there to her, watch out. And a great job there also by the middle, Kogo, holding the middle blocker and giving a one-on-one matchup. Again, the players are working hard to help each other be successful.
Good dig by Malk. Pushed outside. Off the block goes Sigler. Harper Murray pounds that into the block. And the block is there. Ryan Hunter
and
along with Obeche.
Hunter had a great spring, and again, she's coming off an injury in her high school season, so she was raring to go. She's very strong, solid up there. She's a lefty also, so when you get a chance to see her swing, I think you're going to enjoy that as well.
Got her pulled inside, right at Riley.
Now, right underneath that, really patient and watching. Oh, just find the line. Great shot there by Harper Murray. One thing, too, I've noticed, while there's a lot of energy and they're competitive, I've also seen there's calmness. And right here, to me, Harper is being very calm. She's controlled. She knows where she is. If you slow things down, then you see things. And I really think that that's one of the things they're working on, too.
Great example there of Flynn not being afraid to push the middle, even on a pass that's not perfect.
Right, Flynn's on the 6'2" side, and with that, she's got a middle hitter up there at all times, along with the other two. And so you think, well, maybe it's a broken play. She's going to go to use those outside. She isn't afraid as she gets pulled off 10 foot or deeper to go ahead and fire it to that middle.
So Campbell Flynn now to serve. Back to Murray from off the net. Good up by Bosinger. Great hustle, but it would not get back over in the kill by Sigler. So Torreya with another one. Almost 2,000 kills in high school for Sigler. How about that? Adriano with the kill.
I mean, that was a tough ball. It was tight, and in there she accelerated her approach and just rips it in the seam. But the big thing she did, too, then she stayed balanced and kept herself out of the net. Those are tough ones. You can see right there. Just a great start for her.
She played for Volley Bergamo, one of the top professional leagues in Italy. Has 3 years of eligibility remaining for Nebraska, does Virginia Adriano. Good hustle
Great
there.
up, great read.
Showboy to read it. Adriano again, that time right into the block.
Lamphere and Alec right up there. Trying to use Adriano from the back row there. We saw that with Andy Jackson
right.
in some of the spring games. Just, again, another element. When you're in that 5-1, it just creates another attack potential.
D-ball.
For down.
There you go.
Rip it down. Big swing there. Nice job there. Alley check. Yep, just rips that ball. She's a lefty also. Blocker's got a key in and a lefty. One thing nice about having a lefty on that right side, it actually gives them a better, they're on their on-hand side, they can really see the ball a lot more and make adjustments if it's not perfect. So there's a lot of advantages.
3-point lead by the white squad. Harper Murray with the kill there. Once again, Allie Check out of Sugar Land, Texas. Played Baylor before transferring, the only portal transfer for Nebraska this year. Busman Kelly said, I just love it. She hasn't tipped once in practice. And then she's paused and said, I'm trying to think if I've seen her tip. I haven't seen her tip at all.
Big swing here by Skylar Pierce. She's had a good fall season. Coach said, again, she's just really been consistent, making great shots. And excited to see her have the opportunity to be out on the court. And again, as a redshirt, you're hungry for that opportunity.
Solo block, Bergen Riley on Lamphere.
Lamphere had a one-on-one matchup there with Bergen Riley, but Riley does a great job seeing the angle of the approach, and at the last minute takes that hard angle away, which often when you're one-on-one, you're going hard and cutting that shot.
Good job by Skylar Pierce. Off the block touch to keep it alive. And that time got trapped a bit into the block and was blocked.
Now serving for the red, number 3, Allie Check.
Tried the deep corner, got it. Great second touch by Bergen Riley.
One thing about her, she really added her offensive component last season too, but she's so smart about where the open places are on the court. In a base defense, the middle back isn't sitting right in middle back, so those corners are vulnerable.
Yeah, she hit .383 last year, so
Yeah, not bad.
fantastic percentage when she decided to take a shot on the second touch.
And I think the key is to, again, she doesn't overdo it, but she reads the circumstances and situation. Now, if the circumstances allow her that opportunity, yeah, you might see it happening quite a few times. She's just, again, smart about it.
Flynn pushes outside, land fair with the swing, up by Mauk. Opportunity here, Skylar Pierce. Good dig by Choboy. Into the net.
Net violation, point, red.
So the point goes to the red team, net violation on white.
So Beche doing a nice job there too. Again, kind of a broken play, but she was pushing that ball into that deep corner as everything was kind of tight and scrunched up at the net.
Great run, good, quick middle. Kenna Cogill puts it down, but a great set in tempo by Riley.
Nebraska's been working in this fast tempo too, but look at Cogill up there fast, great arm swing. Kind of looking very similar to another middle we've seen on this squad, huh?
That's right. Serve is long there.
Serve is long, point, red.
Yeah, the added depth of these two freshmen at the middle has really helped. I mean, obviously, Andy Jackson, clear starter along with Rebecca Alec, but the depth that has been provided by the two freshmen has been great.
Particularly at middle. I mean, that's a big job. And again, it allows in practice too. You have more people to rotate in the reps. You don't overdo them, but also, again, you can really focus in. And again, know that there's somebody behind you in case you need it.
Alec was there with the block along with Sigler. Was that Terea that got a hand on it? Let's look.
Look here.
2018 whites.
I believe so. Inside hand. Staying strong. She is very physical. You'll get a chance to see that too, both physically blocking and attacking.
Oh, smart shot. Just kind of wiped it off the block.
You know, it's just a tempo, changing tempos, making adjustments. Like I said, I really feel like they're slowing themselves down to see, and then they can make good decisions.
So here's Olivia Mauk, who is in a battle with Choboy for the starting libero, both wearing libero jerseys in the scrimmage here today on opposite sides of the net. Leinbach with the bump set outside. Adriano not down. Good up by Leinbach. Overpass. Rebecca Alec.
Right there, fed it right up to Rebecca Alec. And as we talked about, she's taking charge, loves those kind of balls being fed up to her. Leinbach, nice up, just again, had to absorb it a little, take some off and keep it on her side.
Campbell Flynn serves.
In system pass, and look at
Another quick one, that time Andy Jackson with the kill.
and you're seeing that three, it's kind of it's a shoot set in front, it's between the two blockers, and just the tempo, it's just so fast. We're seeing both middles have that good tempo from Bergen Riley.
Serve is long.
Great decision there by Sigler, knowing where you are in the court, making the decision to let it go.
Checking in for red, number 12, Taylor Landfair. Back to serve, number 1, Terea Sigler.
(22-20), white team 3 away from taking the first set, and the ace there. Leinbach tried to pull back at the last minute, second, but it caught her, and now a timeout. 22-21, white on top of red.
And love the product that they have here in this program.
Oh, I would be surprised. They sold out a football stadium. So.
That's true.
On the slide, Jackson. There was a touch. Nope, no touch. Went between the block. It is long and point red.
Just didn't get on top of that ball. Good timing, and there was space there just flat backside of the ball.
So knotted at 22 now. And Terea Sigler to serve. Tough serve. Murray.
Great up there by Landfair.
Was there a touch? Are we going to have a challenge? We are going to have a challenge.
Harper right away, I think, was saying, no, I didn't.
Didn't touch it. Yep. Down official thought she did touch it. Allie check. Tried to swipe it off the block. Couldn't tell there, but didn't look like it.
I don't think again, the ball changing direction or whatever, but I think no touch.
I would agree. See, we even get a challenge in the red-white scrimmage.
I know, I love it. Again, we're preparing.
That's right.
These are all the parts.
Yes.
You know, and that's the thing, since the challenges come in, the players are truthful.
Right.
You know, and
right.
pretty honest. And right away, Harper, no. So coaches trust that.
And it is reversed. So no touch and a big point for the white squad. Instead of being down by 1, they're now up 23-22. So in her Nebraska career, I know this won't count, but she's 1-0 on challenges.
Do they have challenges in practice, do you think? No, they
Bet.
don't. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. No, they have enough eyes watching it.
Well, they do during practice, as you know. They run the big screens,
Yeah.
which are delayed, and so after the play, they can immediately look up at the big screen and see the play, see where they were at, where they hit, did they miss.
Yep.
So in a way, they have replay. Tip in the middle.
Rebecca Alec.
Tied it up at 23.
You can see, again, they're going up and really trying to find open areas. I mean, Rebecca's up there and reading what's happening. She had one blocker, saw where the open area was.
Yeah. How about that?
And look at the celebration on that red side. Taylor Landfair going up against Annie Jackson. I don't think she let it even cross the tape there. Great penetration and seal by Taylor Landfair.
Busboom takes the timeout. Knotted at 23. White hitting 225. Red 114. But red is leading 24-23. Well, the preseason Big Ten All-Conference team has already been announced, and 3 Huskers were unanimous first team All-Picks. Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, Bergen Riley, all unanimous, and Rebecca Alec also on the preseason All-Conference team. Makes sense. Your 2-time setter of the year in the Big Ten Conference in Bergen Riley. First ever to win it as a freshman and a sophomore. She was 5-time setter of the week last year. That's a new Nebraska record. Yeah. Andy Jackson with a dominant year. She ended up hitting .439 last year. In fact, right now, as of this moment, she is the all-time hitting percentage leader in Nebraska volleyball career history. In her career, the highest hitting percentage to date. Of course, Tracy Stahl's had that phenomenal year where she had .474. That's going to be tough to catch. But right now, Andy Jackson in a career leads everyone.
Well, last year, like you said, a breakout year for her, and she just really excelled and got in her groove. And I think, too, just confidence. She played, you know, some of the 21, I think, team it was, and just learned that, you know, I can compete at this high level.
24-23, red team with the set point. Tough pass. Bergen tries to go deep corner. Alec is there. Not Down to the swing by Czech. D-ball into the net, not down. Big point for Red, and they take the set. So the red side wins set number 1 over the white. We're guaranteed at least 4 here in the red-white scrimmage. Come on back. A lot more to go here in Lincoln. So we move now to set 2. Players have changed jerseys. They have switched sides. So it looks like Obeche is now on the white squad. I believe she was red earlier. It also looks like Adriano is now wearing red as she tips that over. Swing is wide, point for the red. Skylar Pierce tried to go line, just missed it.
Back to serve, number 12, Taylor
Landfair back to serve. Yeah, back to that thought, it's Danny Busboom Kelly's hope that she can be very fluid with the lineup from night to night, but also set to set. Who is hot, who's playing well, who maybe is struggling a little bit, and with this kind of depth, you're not afraid to go to the bench at any time.
And maybe who's matching up with what the matchup across the net is. It puts us, you hit this way, or you middles are more effective on the 3, or some middles may be better on the slide. Okay, that gives us an advantage. We're going to run this tonight. And again, that's getting that team to buy into that mentality to the team. You know.
Choboy now back to serve. Red on top 2-1 after taking the first set. Czech is also, it looks like, switched uniforms. She had that swing and that push over there by Obeche. Got the touch. Harper Murray went high hands and found him.
She's got high hands there in front of her with Virginia up there for sure.
Another look.
2 big blockers. You got to make an adjustment with the swing, and Harper does an excellent job recognizing that.
And the ace. Olivia Mauk.
Ace for Mauk. Point. White.
Mauk last season, 21 aces, 18 service errors. That is efficient.
Yeah.
When you have more aces than you do errors.
That's what you're looking for.
The kill is wide.
Sigler trying to hit that far sideline. Nice idea. Just a little bit wide. That sharp angle.
Good run in the middle. Rebecca Alec. Nice timing with Campbell Flynn.
So much of middle success is that connection. Yeah, being up as a middle and being ready, and then that timing of that connection with your setter. Very clean there.
That's a tough serve over Brooks. Rebecca Alec. All came off of a great serve by Adriano.
Serve is key, but again, Rebecca Alec up there ready to take care of business as that ball popped right back into her hands.
Oh, nice yo-yo there. Free ball opportunity, and it falls.
Communication.
Yep. When you got him out of system, you got the free ball, and it drops. Those, I can tell you, those are the things that drive Danny Busboom Kelly nuts. Because she said, you know, if you go back to that game 4 against Penn State when they were up and ended up losing, and then ended up losing in 5, too many balls just hit the floor without communication. And she looked at it and just, she said, that's leadership. Like they have to have, and so she's been working really hard to develop the leadership, but also to make sure that those type of plays don't happen.
Well, and in practice, as I mentioned, she's talking to them about talking. And don't just say, like, if you're a middle or outside, what kind of ball you want, like go, 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 or whatever. You say it with a tone that, again, is authoritative, and the people across the net are like, oh my gosh, you know. And so, again, the constant, your voices should need to be heard, and they need to be in communication at all times.
Murray fires it up the block. What a great dive by Choboy to keep that alive, but to no avail. Another kill for Harper Murray.
Harper's just, again, expanded her range so much in the last year, and we're seeing her make great decisions here in this one. I mean, these two groups, again, teams are battling it back and forth every day in practice. And so you're going up against huge blockers, strong blockers. You got to find some different ways to get around that, and she's doing a great job.
Skylar Pierce. Good swing, but great dig, and it leads to the point for the Red. What an up.
Great defense leads to the opportunity to get a big swing. A nice job there by Taylor Landfair also to finish that off. Not going up and swing hard, but she swung with intention and smart decision.
There's Andy Jackson. Great timing that time with Bergen Riley. Much better set there than we've seen the last two times she tried to run that in the back set.
Yeah, and again, Andy gets up so high, and so this ball's a little bit higher. And as you're trying to run a faster tempo, sometimes you don't get it at the height. You lower it to speed it up. But Andy needs it high up there. Let her go up after it, hit over the top of everybody. She jumps so well.
Off the block.
Ryan Hunter doing a nice job going up against Skylar Pierce there, using that outside hand. Again, she's a lefty on that right side. That gives her a good vision because she's opening up. You can see she opens her shoulder up to the court. If you're a right-handed hitter, your inside shoulder is actually closed to the court. And so it gives you a lot more vision, and you can see what's open, what's available, what's in front of you.
Campbell Flynn serves. Second touch, diving it is Choboy to keep it alive.
She makes incredible plays. Here she comes again.
Again, how about Choboy? Wow.
She's just airborne.
Slide, not down. Great hustle by Sigler to keep it alive.
Love it.
And the block on the left side. Taylor Landfair. Woo! It's a scrimmage, but it is all out.
Bodies flying everywhere. People staying organized, balanced. Great finish there by Landfair. Up, solid. But again, the defense. You know, we talk about Choboy just being, she's like, I call her the Tasmanian devil in a positive way. She's just speedy, and she's everywhere, and she's fiery. We've got to see two big plays there by her. I love it.
And the ace. On the second touch, Bergen Riley. Oh, they said it was out. I thought that was down for sure, and we're going to get another challenge.
Yeah.
I think Bergen thought it was down as well. And it will be challenged. Oh, so we're not going to have a challenge. The Red just admitted to touching it.
Yep, there you go.
Things that won't happen during the season.
Correct.
I admitted to touching it.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing this in practice, you know, because it just helps them. Out of system ball there. Again, that's an adjustment, just needs to be made.
Serve is wide.
Serve is wide. Point, red. Now serving, Taylor Lanfair.
Into the block. Good coverage.
Great push to middle there.
Cogill with that swing. That one is wide by Sigler. A few hitting areas we've seen Sigler make. She's been terrific.
Doing a great job. She got pulled inside, so she got a kind of a narrow court to swing at there, and she likes that hard cut shot, trying to get under the block. Went a little wide. But Campbell Flynn using all her attackers in that series.
Overpass. Cogill with the kill.
Second swing gets it done.
And to serve the libero, Lady Choboy.
Bump set. Harper Murray. Did she get the touch?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And right away, Harper says, let's challenge. And
Yep. And
Annie Busby-Kelly will...
Virginia is giving acknowledgement.
Oh, okay, so we don't have to challenge because Virginia just said, yes, I touched
it. It was me.
Oh,
yep,
yeah. There it is.
definitely.
That was an easy one.
Yep. We've had kind of a couple easy ones here, up here from our booth.
How about Sigler's passing? I mean, we know she's a 6 rotation player, and she played at an elite level on Team USA, 6 rotation player, but I've been so impressed here. We just saw it there again. I mean, her passing is spot on.
She does a great job. She's very solid and very calm back there, you know, so she reads well. And here we go again.
There it is again. Look at that.
Yep.
Right in the square.
And
then comes back and gets the kill.
And the thing that she's doing is she's making sure she does that first. A lot of times the hitters will be working, to get outside. You got to be solid and commit to that first, and then, bam, you switch into becoming an attacker there.
First, the substitution for the line. You have the lineup number 7, Mincy Wilsiger.
Adriano with the serve. Yeah, Harper Murray again.
Yep.
She's been efficient.
Yeah, she's been solid. I show her at 8 kills. Actually, that would be 9, hitting .438.
Yeah, against a team across the net that is, very talented and knows you well.
Right.
That's pretty impressive.
Right, high level. I really, what I'm seeing from Harper today is that she's just being smart and making really selective shots that are being very efficient because of that.
Murray with another kill. Right on top by 3 here in set number 2. Of course, they had the lead in set 1, and Red came back. Come on back. We'll have the rest of set 2. Changes this year for Nebraska volleyball. Another one of those, a new public address announcer here in the stadium, Rich Broderson. Ricky Ricardo, as we call him, takes over the role of the PA announcer here. Does a great job. We've
Fantastic job.
known Rich for years. I was back looking at some early 2000s high school championship video, and there on the bench doing the PA is Rich Broderson.
He's a keeper. We're excited to have him.
Off the block. There is another kill for Harper Murray, tooling the block of Ryan Hunter.
Young ladies in double-digit kills already. And as you mentioned, going up against really solid blockers and defense across the net.
Hoping to take her game to another level this year. Certainly looks like it thus far here in the scrimmage. Tipped there by Rebecca Alec.
Well, and Harper, one of the things too, she wants to become a leader, you know, on this team, not just with play, but also, again, helping the young players learn, and again, knowing how to push through things. And
Service long, point, White.
White on top by 4. Harper Murray back to serve.
27, Harper Murray.
But swinging to kill Becca Alec.
great job there. She had Jackson right in front of her, but what she's doing is working that outside hand. And again, just with the force and the swing, the spin on the ball with her swing, taking it off the hand out of bounds.
How about that? Kill by Bergen Riley.
Got on top of that ball, definitely. And again, it's a tight ball, and she recognized what the blockers and were or were not doing. They're watching her, but not up to defend her.
Ooh, what a swing. Wow, that was an angle.
Great job.
Ryan Hunter,
Yeah.
she has flashes, doesn't she?
Yes, and high hand there, and she used the wrist. So again, the defense is thinking she's coming across court. Great high hand shot.
She's coming off that ACL tear, and it took her a while to come back, but she's looked really good here in the fall. Just you wonder if maybe they would love to see a year or two more development out of Ryan Hunter, especially with Czech coming in, and
Right.
they have an international player.
Well, and she's raw, and like you said, the inconsistency. You see talent that's available there. Just like to shape it a little bit more.
But boy, does she flash. I mean,
Yes,
when she's on, she's on.
explosive.
Just in on that back line by Adriano. Out of Turin, Italy. Went to high school in Milan.
I'm trying to tabulate, I believe, because she's played on both the red squad and she's played on that. I believe she's got
You're
a
adding them up.
total here. Yep, 4, 2 more. So 6 kills.
Bergen Riley back to serve.
So Riley will serve now. Great up by Mauk. It was a decent swing by Landfair going line, and Mauk handled it well. Joe Boy sends it over. Around the middle. Not down to the swing by Obeche. Adriano, good up by Mauk.
Talk about liberos flying.
And the kill by Skylar Pierce.
You know, the libero challenge is you got 2 outstanding players, both of them vying for that position. We're seeing great plays out of both of them. Just good to know. We have 2 that can do what we need to be done out on the court. Obeche up there, and then does a nice job.
And got the kill.
Stayed focused
Yep.
on that ball.
Red will take a timeout with White at 21-16. White trying to take a 2-0 lead. Nice out of system bump sets. I think with the no double, you'll see less and less bump sets out of system, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. People can take the risk and think you have so much more control.
Flynn, great timing to Cogill.
Great connection there with Cogill, Campbell, Flynn. She's explosive. She's pretty exciting to watch her. It's right in the seam, right between the blockers.
Overpass, put down by Cogill. Great movement on that pass, made it tough. Malk trying the center line, had to use the platform, get outside her center line a little bit to pass. And had the overpass. Look out. Terea Sigler.
That's what we're talking about. Comes with a heavy ball, power, explosive. She gets a ball that she can really drive at. Watch this. And again, she turns and takes it hard down the line. A lot of hitters would choose to take that cross court. She recognizes and buries it.
She's making a statement in her freshman year. Terea Sigler.
We hear you.
Gatorade National Player of the Year. Nebraska's had a few of them in the past. Previous National Players of the Year: Harper Murray, Allie Batenhorst, Lexi's son, Michaela Fecke, Gina Mancuso. Those are all pretty good names.
Impressive.
Pretty good names to be associated. All previous Gatorade National Players of the Year. And that is what Terea Sigler was last season. The international player, a little flavor here from Turin, Italy, Virginia Andriano, competing for that right side spot. She's battling with Allie Check over there and freshman Ryan Hunter. She looked good early.
Definitely did early on, and took a ball that wasn't great and made great decisions with it. She's got a big whip and again a high contact point. When you put those two things together, you're going to see some really dynamic shots.
I think there have been a few since then, maybe where you can tell she's still settling in, right?
Right. You know, again, adrenaline going early on, those connections and so forth. And here she's hit off both setters too, and so you may have a connection that's a little cleaner with one over the other at this point too.
Well put. Landfair to serve. Good dig by Malk. Another good dig by Malk. Rolled over. Sigler keeps it alive. Ariano is blocked.
I'm just saying, White, great defense. That's what won that point right there. Both defensive in the back row, but also up the net there with the block. Finishing it up here.
Pearson Obeche, and it was Obeche with the block.
She's very physical. Those shoulders are strong. You're not going to knock her back very often.
But that connection from Campbell to Cogill is impressive. Those are the future of Nebraska. I mean, they're freshmen this year. They may be the present, but certainly the future.
I was just going to say those two are very clean together right now and very making those contacts, and they're running a nice tempo too.
Swing by Check. Block touch by Sigler. Landfair out of the back row, not down. A great push off the block.
The attackers won.
And they're going to say it was wide, no touch, and now they're looking across the net to see if a red player will admit to touching it. And Sigler's like, I'm not about that.
Nope. And Becca right away said, no, yeah, you know.
Sigler's like, Virginia might have said yes, but I'm not about to. No touch there. That is long. First really, obviously shot, but she's been really good going fingertips and high hands. Yeah.
Yep, finding them, seeing them.
First time she missed it.
And she only has 3 errors at this point, too, and she's had over 20 swings. So, pretty clean. 400. Great hand on that.
Into the block. Obeche was there.
And checked, I believe. Yep. Again, pretty solid freshman there coming in. Middle blocking is not an easy task. And it's not only movement, but then being up there and being strong.
That worked.
Yep. Rebecca found a way.
Yep.
Substitution for the Red in the lineup, number 18, Ryan Hunter. At reserve, number 4, Campbell Flynn.
Rebecca's got 9 kills, hitting .412. So, yes, very efficient up there. Yep.
Back-to-back hitting errors for Murray, who at one point was hitting over 400, over almost 440, and now she's down to 318. Couple of errors on those last 2 swings, and now we are at set point here in set number 2. Red trying to go up 2-0. Well, somebody who's really worked hard in the offseason and improved her offensive game, Rebecca Alec.
She's just made that commitment. You know, in her early years here, she was a blocking beast up at the net. The offense was sporadic. You know, she last year really made a commitment to that. But I see she's committed to even, again, pushing that envelope a little bit further here in the offseason. Some of her training, we saw her get the Lifter of the Year award. But she's just really fully committed herself to, again,
White. And again, they're switching up the rosters in every single, the lineup and the rosters and the teams in every single set. So we'll see somebody different each time.
different combos, and as we talked about, hitters hitting off of different setters, those type of things, seeing what those connections are like. They do this every day in practice too. So we're just getting used to everybody and anybody.
Opportunity for the Red. And Rebecca Alec on cue, and the Red has taken set 1 and 2. And for set 3, Harper Murray will put on the red jersey. Come on back. Championships, and hands this team to Danny Busboom Kelly. In fact, those championships were honored here between sets as the banner was revealed. Big Ten champs in 23 and 24.
Pretty exciting again. And I think, as was mentioned by John, a former player, a Nebraska kid, coming back and who had been on the coaching staff, and then I think he really encouraged her to go away and be the leader of a program and learn what all that takes to do. And again, she listened and learned from him, and then how great it is for him to say, okay, now come back.
Yeah. Well, she's going to get tested, and this team is going to get tested early on this year as Nebraska opens the season against Pitt and Stanford. Wow.
Coach handed her that right on a silver platter.
There you go.
Coach Cook. Here you go, Danny.
All right, set number 3 underway here in this annual red-white scrimmage. Intra-squad between The two Husker sides and the kill to start out set number 3 by Obeche.
Nice quick tempo there, also set by Flynn to Obeche. She's got blockers up in front of her, but recognizing that again, a young player not hitting into the block and seeing that really shows her maturity already.
Oh, good dig by Campbell.
Yep. Nice.
Diving up, that's Sigler who's switched jerseys.
And we're seeing some big plays here. High level.
Back to Skyler again. Left hand, Skyler.
Great
What a save
coverage.
up by Malkin, and Malk from the ground. But it hits the scoreboard and then went over, which means point to the red. Wow, from the ground, Malk with the dig.
Talk about focus and staying, keeping your eyes on the ball.
Campbell Flynn still guiding the red squad. Her team has won both sets 1 and 2, and now Harper Murray has, as we said, changed jersey. She is now wearing the red, along with Obeche. Rebecca Alex still in the red.
And Kogel is going on the white squad. We saw her do some great things in that connection with Flynn on the other side.
One-handed up by Chobo.
Just making crazy great plays.
Landfair with the swing and the kill. No point white. That was blocked back.
Yep, I think that inside hand, the Kogel held her off.
Point, Huskers. Serve number 21, Skylar Pierce.
There's Ryan Hunter.
Ricocheted off of the blockers and went at that seam. Here, get a chance to see her again. Yep, right in the middle.
Serve just long by Skylar Pierce. Red hitting 217 in the match. The white 161. Landfair now back to serve. She has been around a while, huh? Back to the Minnesota days, freshman of the year in the Big Ten Conference. She was also Big Ten Player of the Year back in 22.
Yep, she's got a very nice resume, and last year, her first year at Nebraska, really kind of acclimating to how Nebraska does things, and kind of worked her way in the lineup more late in the season. Got some opportunities. Showboy, nice job staying with that ball.
Great timing there from Campbell Flynn, put down by Harper Murray.
Just overall, again, well executed right out of serve receive. And Obeche really holding, also held Andy Jackson, giving a one-on-one matchup. That's always, odds are in the favor of the attacker in those situations.
That's her point white. And serve Ryan Hunter.
Serve is long from Hunter.
Substitution for the white in lineup number 3, Allie Chen. Back to serve for the red, number 9, Virginia Andriano.
So Nebraska has won, you know, they have a current record streak of 45 consecutive home wins that dates back. It's the longest winning streak since they came here to the Manning Center, right, in 2013. So 45 consecutive home wins. Do the two at Pinnacle Bank against Stanford and Pitt, are those home matches?
I think it's tied to the venue.
So it's...
I don't know that for a fact, but again, you know, there was a run at, well, I don't know.
I don't know either. Interesting.
Yeah. Is that a neutral site?
Got to talk to Nate Poland,
Yep,
get the
we'll
official.
get
Nebraska Sports Information Director does such a great job getting us information. We'll have to ask him if that if those games will continue the streak, if Nebraska would knock off both Pitt and Stanford to open up the year. Harper Murray back to serve. Red on top, 6-5. Overpass. Oh, how about that? Off of Bergen Riley, and she'll get credit for the kill. Couldn't go up because
she's a
back row player.
Stayed grounded, but again, look at her hand. She created an uplift.
Wow, how about that?
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
That's exactly what you want her to do. I love going middle there by Riley.
Oh, that's a big swing out of the back row and a great bump set.
Great push, but coverage as well.
Outside, Landfair. Wide, long, just long. Oh, they're going to say it's down. Backline judge said long. I believe overturned by the
up
R1. Yes.
Let's see if we can see.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Easy for us.
Yep.
We get it in slow-mo. Great up. That was Rebecca Alex. She's been working on that.
Jack powers away off the block and the kill.
Let's go back to Rebecca Alex making that defensive play. That's one of the things we saw in the spring. She would stay in the back row and played some defense, but she's been working on it. She stayed in after practice, trying to make those plays. I love it.
At serve point, red. Checking back in the lineup for the white, number 18, Ryan Hunter. Back in the lineup for the red, number 9, Virginia Adriano. And to serve, number 4, Campbell Flynn.
Nice job there bringing Hunter in the middle. She's on the outside. They're bringing her in. That kind of crossing pattern.
Ryan Hunter, point white. Skylar Pierce, back to serve.
Obeche.
Middle, Obeche. Yep.
And again, ball, not a bad pass, but again, setter pulled off the net. No hesitation by Campbell Flynn to go ahead and push that middle. And the middles are ready. That's the other great thing. It's both of them are doing a really nice job. Wow.
That's straight down. Kenna Cogill.
She's been impressive today. Really sharp connections. It didn't matter, again, which setter she's been hitting off of. She's had some really good connections and making some really great shots. And she's on top of that ball. She's really putting hard angle on it.
Off the block and the kill for Adriano.
Point red. The libero, Lady Choboy.
Choboy now back to serve. And that is long.
Serves long. Point white. 10-10. Checking in for the white will be number 3, Allie Check. Back to serve. The junior, number 2, Bergen Riley.
10-10 here in the third. First 2 sets have been taken by the red team. There's a good swing by Adriano. She's flashed.
Yep, definitely. Some big swings and that international play, you know, and European play, she's played at such a high level, definitely gives some advantages.
the ace. Great serve by Adriano. Landfair had to go for it as it tailed away.
Just going that angle off the edge of the court as a serve receive. You got to really do a great job, get a good platform behind it, or it's just going to continue to move in the flight pattern.
And another ace. That's 3 for Adriano. And a couple of them have been short, a couple of them have been driving. There's been a floater. She has served probably 3 different ways.
Just keeps, you know, serve receive off balance, and that's a critical point to be able to control what the opponent can do.
13-10. Red with the lead. The red side, that's Jalen Reyes. How vocal will he be on the sideline this year with DBK? More, less? What do you think?
He's always vocal and energy and moving on the sideline. You know, it's just, it's in his bones. And it gives energy. You know, look at him, too, out on the court. He's high-fiving, hand-slapping with his players, and he really produces a lot of energy.
You know, Allie Check, when she made the decision to come to Nebraska and, you know, to not stay at Baylor and spend her final year here in Lincoln, she said in an interview with Jess Cootie of the Huskers radio network, she said, first time I talked to Jalen, he was like, dude, bro. She's like, I just felt like I related to him. That is Jalen. Dude, bro, yeah, it's cool. He's got a little Hawaiian in him, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He does a fantastic job. His job is to work with the pin hitters, kind of some adjustments there. He really does a nice job with that, but also, again, a lot of scouting and game plan. He does a lot of film and breakdown and creating that game plan. Kind of the recruiting coordinator because of that energy and that personality. He does a great job getting in some of the best players here at Nebraska.
Red by 2.
Going back to serve for the Red, number 27, Harper Murray.
Murray with the serve. Back row, Harper Murray tried to turn it on the line, but is wide.
She read it right,
Yep.
saw the blocker, and just missed her mark.
And to serve for the line, number 15, Andy Jackson.
So Andy Jackson now will serve. Jump serve by Jackson that dropped. I wonder if we'll see that more in the fall, more jump serves, or, you know, Danny Busboom Kelly said she was going to let them experiment, but is it experiment or is it too much wear?
I think too many jump serves is wear. I think, again, mixing it in as the change up, or you just to try and create maybe a momentum or a run. I think really Danny's what works. We're willing to take some risks to try some things if it makes a difference to get us to be on top.
Skylar Pierce with a kill.
And I do love that creativeness, you know, and that freedom to be able to do that. And again, we've talked about the depth of this roster. There's freedom to be able to make changes as the night or moment dictates.
Landfair to the block. Check. Got the hand on it. Is it fair through 2.5 sets to start asking you who, where you think who's the starting libero, who starts at right side,
Nope.
who is behind Harper Murray? I'm not sure I have any more clear of an answer than I did going in.
I would agree. I think different players are doing some really great things, and a lot of players are doing some really great things. So I don't think, to be honest, Coach Danny Busboom knows, Kelly knows who she's going to put in her starting lineup.
I will say Sigler has looked really good.
Solid.
Correa Sigler.
Yes.
Just all the way around.
I was going to say in the 6 rotations.
Yep.
You know, doing what she needs to in each of those rotations.
Rebecca Alex game has certainly improved. I think the middle is settled, I believe. Andy and Rebecca.
But we've seen some great stuff out of
Terrific.
Coco. I
Terrific.
mean, some really.
Wow, great up. On the slide, not down by Obeche. Landfair just long. No touch, it is long. Red team looking at the white team saying, are you going to admit?
Tell the truth.
And they did. And white said, yes, we touched it. So 16 all here in the third.
You know, so far, every one of these games have been tight, you know, and that's what they're seeing in practice, you know, and that's why. What lineup?
Right.
You know?
Right. Obeche got a hand on that for the block. Yeah, you know what would also remind that I think what DBK was hoping out of this match was just to get the players, and especially the newer players, used to this environment, not necessarily looking to put the best team on the floor, really wanted to mix up lineups, get them used to playing here in front of a crowd, very different than, you know, what they've seen
each day in practice.
Right.
I mean, you know, so nice swing there by Skylar Pierce, cutting that ball off. I think you're right. I think she's considered this and talked to him about this as a practice in a game-like environment. And so we're going to keep doing what we've been doing every day, you know, but it just helps acclimate people to what it's going to be like. An arena full of people, the energy, the excitement.
Now, next week, we'll have for you the alumni match, which the alumni coming back to play. And in that one, she did say she's going to start figuring some things out, putting in starting lineups, projected starters. So maybe we'll get a glimpse into what DBK is thinking in terms of starters next week in the alumni game.
Well as the ball.
Unanimous first team preseason All Big Ten. 3 Huskers were unanimous first team.
She's also on the AVCA watch list.
Right. Player of the year.
Player of the year potential.
Back row, Harper Murray right at Malkin got the kill. I just feel like Murray's going to have one of those breakout years. Like, she wants to be the go-to player and could become that this year. That left side who just will terminate when you really need it in any situation, especially out of system.
Right. I was going to say front row, back row, and today what we've really seen is her making very selective and a wide range of shots, and that have been very successful.
Skylar Pierce through the block. Skylar Pierce making a case for some playing time at that left side.
Will be substituted for number 1, Carrie Lightbot.
She's been on this white squad here. I'm looking, we've kind of got their stats both on the white and the red. It's a challenge, but 7 kills in the match. So she's finding ways to get points.
Back to Adriano again. Good angle right at Sigler, who couldn't handle it. Shaved off an angle there.
Right, did a nice job on out-of-system ball. Shows her experience, it really does. Right in the corner.
Taylor Landfair.
Great ball. Nice one-handed set there.
Kogo with the block.
Yeah, she's really done some nice things too. We've talked about players that have some really strong play today. She's one of them.
Talking to Brendan Hagar there.
He works with the blockers. His assignment.
That was open, did not get closed. Right between Sigler and Jackson. Another kill for Adriano.
I love that there too. You get to see players talking to each other. We talked about communications, really important. Celebration, information, all of the above.
Blocked by Harper Murray, solo on Ryan Hunter.
Murray's a great blocker too, especially when she's in one-on-one situations. She makes adjustments well, and she knows she's there by herself. She can feel, but she's tough.
Just super athletic.
Well, and again, look at her reaching out, but she stays strong. She's pulling with that outside hand and locking that shoulder in. Most people are soft when they're in that kind of a stretched out body position.
20.
Right now, we kind of have a small section on each corner opposite. When you gather young people together, they can do some serious work. Creating an environment.
There's Andy Jackson.
That was beautiful. Great connection, and I love the first thing she does, turns around and credits the passer for a great pass in system so that they could do that.
You know, Bergen on that 31 has been terrific.
Oh, yeah.
The entire match.
Yep, that connection, the timing, and actually the location, too. She's really putting her hitters in a good location between the two blockers.
Point for the White.
Yep.
22s.
We expect nothing different from what we've seen so far this afternoon.
Good dig by Mauk. From off the net, Sigler not down. Flynn, the quick. Good up by Bergen Riley. Check tried to go thumb down and shave off an angle, but went wide, and Red up by 1. Adriano's been dangerous from the service line.
Yes.
3 aces, serve very different types of serve. Short, line drives, floaters.
And again, the angle of the ball that she's sending it to is part of that.
This time on that back set again, and Rebecca Alec takes advantage of it.
Give it to me. She's there, you know, and what a confident feeling to know.
So we're going to play 4 no matter what, but this technically is match point for the Red. Block back. Bump set, Sigler. Was there a touch? Nope, it is long, and point Red, and the match to the Red squad. We'll come back, set number 4, one more coming your way. Nebraska's annual Red-White Scrimmage.
Of them playing out on the court. And we've seen that with, they've already, the culture here with the new people in. That's a lot of new people adding to your program and the positive culture that we're already seeing.
Blocked there by Adriano.
She definitely has been impressive today.
Yep. Carrie Leinbach to serve. Off the tape, good up. Landfair. Dug by Riley. Sugg there with the swing. Good pass by Choboy. Pushed outside. Not down by Check. Ziegler finishes the point.
As you mentioned earlier, too, we've seen some great things out of Ziegler. She's a gamer kind of player. She's just intense, focused, and she goes hard after every ball. But she does that in a calm way.
Into the antenna, and I believe that went off of Adriano, so it'll be point red. I think the more middle crowd will be pleased with Danny Busboom Kelly, as she's going to try to force and push middle as much as possible.
Set the middle, crew.
There's a whole more middle movement. One of the few times we've seen Ziegler just hitting air kind of miss.
Just out.
That is out. Adriano with a kill.
Just continues. She's on the white squad here. You know?
Right, back and forth. And a swing there, wide. Point for the white off of the swing by Check.
Rebecca Alec tends to hit the ball close to the setter, and here they, you mentioned earlier how clean Bergen Riley is that setting that three and the connections there. Here they pull Rebecca away, great connection.
Overpass.
Oh,
kept it alive.
Oh,
a 4.
Yeah.
All right. Andy Jackson swinging. Sometimes you need 4 to get it back.
Yeah. Well, I say you just get low and and get your arms out there.
Some would say just get out of the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Blocked by Harper Murray. Second time she's soloed Adriano.
And the key is, as an outside, you're setting up the block. And so she's really doing a tremendous job of seeing the approach of the attacker and setting up to put herself in position for that swing, and then letting her middle close to her.
Service error by Choboy. No surprise that these Nebraska fans would sell out a scrimmage here at the Devaney Center. You know, in the 4, the athletic director talked about that. Dana talked about this yesterday in his press conference. You know, the 4 major sports of women's sports, volleyball, softball, basketball, and soccer, Nebraska is second in the nation in attendance, behind only South Carolina. Obviously, Don Staley and South Carolina have been, you know, they sell out that arena. But for Nebraska to be second in the nation in attendance in women's sports is remarkable.
It's phenomenal, and it's awesome. I love that this state is supporting the female sports as well as the male sports.
Amy Williams just had a big announcement. One of the top recruits in the country. So that program continues to do great things and will continue to draw fans.
As I say, and bring great players in. You're bringing more people in as well. Straight up.
It was an interesting press conference with Troy Dana the other day, talking about the state of athletics here in Lincoln at the university, and not only on the women's side, but the men's side as well. And total attendance, 7th in the nation, number 2 behind only Ohio State in the Big Ten.
And again, lots of things changing and evolving too. You know, we talked about this arena, you know, being adjustments and the new facilities for the football program.
Off the top of the block.
Great job.
Yeah, Ryan Hunter.
Yeah, she hadn't got herself up to really be able to drive through that ball, but she does a nice job adjusting her feet to get her shoulder on the ball and make a play. Great job.
Here is Terea Sigler. On the slide. Alec was there. Ooh, Harper Murray just exploded through that one.
And just a great line shot. The block was set up inside, didn't get it to the pin. Actually, it looks like she kind of went over the top of the block.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right over the top of Ryan Hunter.
Well, when you got jumps like that, oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
There's the jump serve from
Everybody's
Harper Murray.
been waiting and
Yeah.
wondering if it was going to come out again. We saw that this spring. And she can be tough back there from that service line. We had the opportunity to see that. Hopefully she gets another chance to do it here in the rotation.
DBK kind of mentioned it's, you know, feast or famine. You either ace, get him out of system, or it's an error. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and again, you got to look at that too. She's jumping a lot,
Yep.
you know, on that outside and getting balls. And so if you add that in the back row too, plus she's swinging from the back row, that's a lot of jumps. So you got to find a balance between all of the pluses and negatives. Just great passing too.
Really good pass.
Solid.
One-handed by Bergen Riley to keep it alive. Trying to get a D-ball there, didn't work. Timing was just off. Ran a little combo on that right side. I wanted that to work.
Yep. We're
Into the block. Andy Jackson.
Yep, tough to get through that. The ball was inside. Really drew in Ryan Hunter. And you drew her right into Andy Jackson. That's tough.
Service error.
Check back into the line, number 9, Virginia Adriano. Bergen Riley, back to serve.
Off the tape. Good up by Sigler and put down by Obeche.
Obeche did a great job staying disciplined up at the net. As that ball popped up, she was right there to stop it. Just a freshman, again, just the high-level player that has come into this program. It's just fun to see.
Try the angle. Didn't clear the tape.
Point red. Timeout, White.
White will take a timeout. Knotted at 11 here in set number 4. The big drama is, are we going to have 5?
I think yes.
I think so too. Stay tuned. And we leave with so few answers.
We leave with so many questions.
That's right. More than we came in with. Now, wait a minute.
I know.
They're deeper than we thought.
Yeah, but wow.
Yeah. All right, so we have been told that there will not now be a 5th set, so sorry to disappoint everyone. We thought we had extra volleyball, but we're going to 25 here in the 4th set, so still plenty to come. Into the antenna, Landfair with the hitting error, point for the white, up by 2. You know, 9 Nebraska opponents, when at home, have set attendance records in the last 2 years. Part of that is opposing fans like to show up to watch Nebraska play in your venue.
For sure.
But another part of that, you know, I saw them in Oregon, I saw them in Washington, is Nebraska fans make the trip, right? I mean,
They're traveling.
They packed the arena in Oregon. That was a new school record out in Oregon last year.
And part of that is, I think, sometimes they can't get in here. So they will travel to get the chance to see them live. I mean, truly, I've talked to people, and they're like, yes, we're going down. We got tickets, you know, and several that Oregon.
I've heard there's a contingent of people going down to watch Cincinnati, Nebraska, and Kansas City, and then the next morning flying to Nashville to watch Nebraska Lipscomb, and then at Bridgestone watch Nebraska play
Kentucky.
Skinner's Kentucky School.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So, yep. True faithful fans.
I might have tickets for said trip as Sigler gets the kill on the overpass.
I knew you were doing. Well, why not, right?
Right.
I mean, just again, the great competition, and especially they open up this season and with some really great opponents, and just the excitement of this roster.
Ran the quick to Obeche, not down. Bump set Sigler off the block into the antenna, and Sigler with the kill.
She's powerful. You know, she goes up, and you better be solid when she starts swinging.
Timeout on the floor, 16-12 is the white team looking for a 4-set sweep. They've already taken the 3-set sweep. We'll be back in set 4. Stay with us. Lead it here in the 4th by 4, 16-12. This was kind of a get acclimated game for these players. Next week in the alumni, that's the dress rehearsal. Good names coming in for that one.
One big name. Jordan Larson. Can you say Jordan Larson?
Yep.
Yeah.
Another solo by Harper Murray as she falls away. What an athletic block there.
But again, just solid.
Yeah.
I mean, the physicality, and we've seen Adriano make big swings. Great pass again, Sigler.
Tip and the kill by Alec. Yeah, she's been spot on. You know, just solid.
And calm. I mean, those are things that I like to see, just, again, how they handle things or what's their mentality. And she's not rattled.
So back to that alumni game next week. Just saw the tweet from Renee Saunders, who said that she is at home watching. She says you're doing a great job, Kathy, and says she is putting together her scouting report as she is the official alumni coach for next weekend's game. And I tell you, Coach Saunders, the expectations are very high. You don't win 9 consecutive state championships at Scott without having an expectation of coming in here and leading the alumni over a haphazard Nebraska team next week. So
no pressure. No, I'm really excited. Renee, a alumni herself.
Won a national title
yes.
in 95, right? Yeah.
She's taken that into the coaching ranks as of late at Scott High School and done fantastic there. But as an alumni, she's coming in and taking on a new role for the alumni team this time. And again, what a fun thing to do. And these players that are coming in for that match, outstanding, pros. We talked about Jordan Larson, but you got Lauren Stivrins, you got Allie Batenhorst.
Merritt Beeson.
Who's
here
today.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a collection on the other side of the net that it'll be phenomenal, actually, for the Nebraska players to actually get to play against them as well. What an honor that is in itself. But we're in for a serious match. Be prepared.
Well, we said haphazard, but I guess they're ranked #1 in the preseason. Penn State #2, Wisconsin at 8. Big Ten again, well represented in the national rankings to open up the season. Nebraska has more weeks at #1 than any other team in the nation, more weeks in the top 25 than any other team in the nation. In fact, Nebraska has never been out of a top 25 poll since it was created. They're the only team in the country that can say that. Of course, Stanford, in all fairness, Stanford was there for a long time until the pandemic. They were shut down in California, couldn't practice, ended the season with like a week of practice. And so that's when they fell out of the top 25 was during 2020.
And asterisks.
Yes, as I'm sure they will tell you. That's right.
Point, red. Check it back in for the white, number 18, Ryan Hunter. Back to serve for the red, number 3, Allie Check.
Here's Allie Check back to serve. Overpass. Oh, Rebecca Alec with the block.
Yeah, did a fantastic job as that ball popped up high up in net. Alec really keyed in on, found where the ball was, and then looked at her attacker, which gave her that advantage. Great setup. She was right there.
Well, that was an impressive bump set by Campbell Flynn. Good diving up. Tip back.
Oh, a great idea there, but again, just the fingertips of Ryan Hunter saved that for the white squad.
20 to 14-1.
Rebecca Alec once again.
Great job there too, again, making sure that she knew Campbell Flynn was up front row, knowing that she's an offensive threat, because she definitely is an offensive threat. She's a lefty up there, but also thinks that mentality.
Terry Pettit left John Cook with a full cupboard back in 2000, and he ran the season, went undefeated, won a national championship in his very first year. Ended up winning 5. John Cook has certainly left DBK with a full cupboard of talent. And can Nebraska do what John Cook did in the first year under DBK?
And when you're leaving a program, that was a factor for Coach Cook too, again, that he put the next person, again, in a good position and then let him take it from there.
23-14. White running away with this one.
Tough serve there by Sigler, dropping it in front of Bosinger. Float ball and quick drop.
J. Floyd, Ohio State. You think this becomes DBK, or do they go Danny Busby? It just become DBK.
I think DBK's easy. It just rolls off the tongue easy.
Yep. KSC at Penn State. I don't know why you wouldn't have DBK at Nebraska.
Yep.
Did not clear the net point for the Red, and now we have 23-16 as the Red trying to make a run here late.
A great set decision there. Just didn't get cleanly executed by Hunter.
Rebecca Alec.
She just keeps doing a great job.
Yep.
And she doesn't hit the type of ball that Andy Jackson does, which is also good. It's different.
Yeah.
And keeps blockers honest or in trouble.
So this for the 4-0 sweep for the White. Back to serve, Rebecca Alec. Ooh, Taylor Landfair goes at Rebecca Alec.
She says, I want to play more. We're having so much fun. And we've seen today the middles that have stayed in to serve. They're then obviously having to stay in and play defense, and that's been kind of a training element that they've been working on too, so that they're not a weak link in the defensive side of the game. Great.
Skylar Pierce off the block, and the White with a 4-set sweep over the Red. That's how deep this team is.
Pretty exciting. Again, fun to see the different players, the new players and the veteran players, and how they've actually meshed together so well already. And we saw tons of different lineups here today, and the level of play stayed very high throughout.